Alright, in this video I'm going to talk about how to save a marriage for all those people out there who are on the brink of divorce, or maybe you're dealing with a separation right now, or maybe even you already got divorced and you want to salvage your relationship and your marriage. When it comes to marriage, and couples who are married, it's a little bit different from those who are just breaking up from an ex-girlfriend or boyfriend, because not only is your relationship on the line, so is your family and your kids, and the family that you guys built together, and the vow that you guys made together. All these things sort of up the stakes a little bit, which you want to really take all the proper steps to fix this problem, and get your relationship back together, get your family back together, and get your life back together. So hopefully in this video, I'm going to give you a few tips that you can go out and use today to patch things up and get things going again. So as far as myself, I've never been married, but I've been through a lot of breakups in the past and a lot of different relationships. So a lot of the things that I'm going to be telling you is from my own personal experience, some of the lessons I've learned from all the relationships I've been in, all the books I've read on relationships and breakups and marriages, and all of the experts I've talked to, and pick their brain on on this particular topic. So without further ado, let's get into the first point. So number one, I just want you to relax. Take a deep breath. Everything's going to be okay. And that's kind of hard to understand right now, but if no one told you this by now, I want to be the first one to tell you that everything is going to be okay. I know at this time of your life it's easy to just freak out and go crazy and think of all sorts of things that you don't need to be thinking of, and doing all sorts of irrational things, and just going crazy in the inside, because your world is falling apart around you. So right now, you just want to relax. Take some time for yourself, and gather yourself back up. So space is a good thing right now between you and your ex, between you and your spouse. It's going to allow you to, like I said, get yourself back on your feet emotionally. You'll be able to heal and get yourself rationally minded again, because what tends to happen when people break up is the rational side of their brain completely goes out of the window, and they do all sorts of crazy stuff that they normally don't do, and think of all sorts of crazy stuff, and it really can lead to a tailwind of it can lead you to a dark place. So right now, just take a step back. I know you're watching this YouTube video on how to save a marriage, but after this, really, for the next week or two, just try to, don't even think about your situation, as hard as that may sound. Call up a buddy, call up a family member, and just spend time with them. And don't, you could talk a little bit about your situation, but for the most part, you just want to have a good time again and just enjoy yourself. Other good things you could do is work out. That one's like guaranteed to feel better. Start journaling. Get out of the house and start walking. Just do errands, and do anything you need to do to get yourself busy, to take your mind off things, because sitting alone in the house is not going to, if anything, you're only going to focus on your situation when you're alone in the house. So that's the last thing you need right now. So just take a step back. Not only that, that it'll emotionally get yourself back on your feet, but it'll allow the both of you to feel a sense of longing for the other partner. And this is especially true in marriages. You're with the same person each and every day, seeing them each and every day for years. A lot of that, that initial feelings of attraction and looking forward to see the other person, a lot of those feelings sort of dissolve away year after year. So taking a step back will allow you guys to relive some of those, or have those feelings again, and sort of remind the both of you why you guys fell in love and got married to begin with. So you can only do that when you're not together, and space between the two of you will allow you guys to do that. So it's really important. Number 2, when you are taking your space and having your time for yourself, you want to really take into account what went wrong in the relationship. What tends to happen with different conflicts in a relationship is people tend to point fingers at one another and fail to truly like listen to what their spouse is saying. They think that their spouse is the cause of this, and that, and then the other partner thinks they are the cause of this, and that. And because of that, both people are pointing the fingers at each other. No one really listens. No, positive change actually happens, and the two just keep the problems continue until one person gets so fed up that they leave. So if that applies to you, and really it applies to everyone, in some degree everyone deals with this. So what you want to do is truly listen to what they had to say, during your arguments. Recall the different fights you guys had and the complaints they had, and really, question if what they're saying is valid, and really try to put yourself in their shoes and try to see from their perspective. Because most of the time, if they're not completely irrational, what they're saying is right, and they normally wouldn't bring it up if it's not a problem. So really take that into account, and if something needs to be changed, be willing to change. Now, with that being said, you don't want to take all the blame for everything in the relationship, but you want to be an adult with this and be mature and really take into account what they have to say and do the necessary changes that you need to do, and that's going to play a huge role in saving your marriage. Number 3, once you take some space, have some space, really take into account what they said from a mature adult perspective. Talk to them about it, communicate it to them about it. Communication is huge. Tell them what you feel with certain problems you guys had, and tell them you're willing to change. And don't even tell them, show them that you're willing to change. Actions speak much louder than words. So show them through your actions over the next few weeks and months that you are willing to change. And here's the thing: once they see that you are willing to change and you're putting the work in, they're going to be 1,000 times more open to listening to you and changing themselves for whatever issues that you had. Oftentimes that they're usually more than willing to do that. They just want to see you do the same for them. And the only way that's going to happen is you have to take the lead and be the first to change, be the first to listen, and be the first to accept the flaws and the mistakes you made. You have to lead by example. Once you do that, your spouse is going to do the same. So hopefully, once you do these 3 things, this is going to put you in a really good direction to get to get your life back together and save your marriage. So for more information, please go to breakuphub.com. That's a site that is pretty much designed for people that are dealing with any sorts of conflict in a relationship, specifically people that are dealing with divorces and broken relationships. So the 3 tips I gave you in this video were good, but that only really touches the surface of what you truly need to do in order to save your marriage. So go there now. It's breakuphub.com, and I will see you on the other end. Take care. Bye-bye.